Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. What is your name?
My name is Frank, and what is your name?
My name is Michelle. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Misha.
Yes. So, where are you from?
I'm from Ecuador. And you?
Okay. I am from Mexico originally.
Oh, okay, nice.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
do you speak Spanish, right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yes. So, you live in which city?
I live in Guayaquil.
Uh-huh. Yes, I've heard. It's on the news. Yeah.
Yes, yes. The situation is so bad here.
Yeah. I hope it gets better for your city.
Yes. And
Your
what is the
country.
situation in Mexico or in your city, in the city where you live?
Well, I actually don't live in a city. I live in a very small town. So I
Okay.
think that's an advantage for me because the cases are very low and it's, I think, 2 or 3 that I've heard. Because my husband works in the hospital, so he has told me about the situation in the hospital. Maybe 2 or 3 people have died.
Okay, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's not a very bad situation where I live, but of course, in the big city like Mexico City, that's where the most people are getting sick and, dying.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Well, hopefully everything will get better around the world because this situation is around the world, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Horrible.
So how about today? How can I help you?
Nothing special. It's just a conversation, a casual conversation.
A speaking activity. Okay, conversation.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so what do you do? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm a veterinarian, but now I'm start my second career. That is to be a software developer. I know it's so different career or so different area, but it's my passion, and I decided to start a new career. But I work as a veterinarian now, but for the situation, I can't because I'm here in my house. I can't get out. Yes, I'm 26 years old. Yes, that is all.
Okay. Do you live alone or with your family?
I live alone. I live alone.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I live in another city of my house.
Ah, okay. So your family lives in another city, smaller, I suppose.
Yes, it's
Uh-huh.
in. They live in a small town.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes,
Yes, the same as I live in a small town.
yes, exactly. It's the
Yeah.
same situation. And in that town, there are a few cases.
This is my cat's tail.
Yes.
It's this cat is always next to me when I'm working here on the computer, always beside me.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, so he found his chance to get in the room and now he's putting himself next to me. Yeah. Okay. Great. I think it's great that I guess you have to move to the city to find a good job, right?
Yes, but first I moved to get a better education, and then I like this city and I stay here.
Oh, of course. It happened the same to my brother. He moved to the capital city, and in the end, he says that he likes it so much that he doesn't understand why some people don't like it. But I'm one of the people that don't like cities. I don't like cities, and especially if it's a big, crowded city like Mexico City in this case. No, I don't like it.
Yes, my parents think the same because when they come, they can't to be here for a long time.
Me too. It happens the same. I cannot be for a long time. I can go for a few days for a visit, but once I stayed a complete week, and I was of course not going out, but I mean, in the end, I still don't like it. There are different experiences that I have in the city when I go that it doesn't convince me to like it. But maybe one day I will have to live there. Maybe, who knows?
Yes, maybe. My brother hates the big cities. He loves a small town because he said that all is closed. He can move in 5 minutes to wherever he wants.
Yes, that's right. That's the big difference, because with the big cities, you have to be patient. You have to work patience.
Yes. The other day, my father asked me how many times or how is the distance to your university, and I say it's so close. It's only 20 minutes in the bus, and he told me, what, 20 minutes? It's so far.
Yeah.
But for me, it's so close, because in some places take 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already have adapted to the times that you need, right?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you're adapting very easily to probably any big city.
Yes.
Do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's easy for me.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's a good thing. There are always advantages and disadvantages, so nothing is perfect, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I actually have to say that where I live, I like it. That's a town that is not big, and everything. But the only thing that I don't like about the place where I live is that the temperature is so hot most of the year and sunny. Like, there's always sun. Always. We are happy here when it rains, when it's cloudy. Right now, actually, it's cloudy. So I was like, happy morning. Because it's cloudy, and it's common that it's not common that it gets cloudy, and
yes, that is the only thing that I hate too here in Guayaquil, because it's so hot.
Yeah.
Yes, in my apartment is more hot.
It's hotter. Okay.
It's hotter. Yes.
Okay. So what are the temperatures, the normal temperatures that you have during the day in your city?
32 degrees.
Wow. I think those temperatures are high for your city, because it's Ecuador, okay, but for example, here in Mexico City, the temperatures usually are below 30, like maybe let's say 25, 26.
Okay.
And that's what my brother says, that he feels hot when it's 25, 26, because he's used to lower temperatures. And I envy that about Mexico City. I wish that temperature was here, because it's the ideal temperature. You're not cold, you're not hot, you're perfect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So but of course I understand that Ecuador, it's hot in general, right? Because it's Ecuador.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially in the coast, because in the highlands it's so cold.
Oh, okay. There's a place where you have the mountain area. Mm-hmm.
Yes. In that city, the temperature is cold, like 9 or 10 degrees. So.
Even in summer, I suppose the temperatures are also low, not very high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you never know. There's a place here where I live in the little state where I live in Mexico. Is a very small state that's next to Mexico City. In the map, you barely see the state of Morelos. It's called Morelos where I live.
Oh, I heard about Morelos.
Yeah, I suppose you have, because Morelos is the place where people that live in Mexico City like to come here during the weekend, because there's a lot of places to visit, ecotourism, and archaeological places too. So Morelos is a very small state, but it has a place about an hour if you go by car, where it's up like on the highlands, as you said, and it's like climate is so strange how from 1 hour the temperature changes drastically. It's like very, very cold in my consideration. I'm wearing, I want to wear all the clothes that I have for cold weather up in that area. We usually go there only for picnic, because there's an area for picnic, and we have gone there for that, and it's always cold. We feel that it's cold, but because we're so used to very hot weather here, we feel that temperature is cold, and the people there are normal, just a little sweater, but I want to wear a big coat and protect myself from the cold, and I'm shivering.
Yes. I don't know how I can say friolento or yes.
Good question.
Yes, it's okay. I mean, it's Spanish expression.
Yeah, it is, but
Yes.
I never thought about it. Now that you mention it, let me see. Maybe I forgot, but because okay, let me see if there's a translation for that. No, no. Yeah, now I'm not sure. I've never thought about it, I would
Yes.
just say I'm very cold. I'm very cold. That's the only
I'm very
expression.
good, yeah. Yes, but that is the problem with me. I mean, I like cold, but I have that problem, so I need a winter clothes to go. That, but I like the cold. I prefer to the hot weather.
I have mixed feelings. I like hot weather as long as there would be a beach nearby. I would be the happiest person and wouldn't care if there was very hot weather, because I know that I could go to the beach, to the sea, and get a little dip and relax and everything, right? For me, that would be ideal place to live if there was hot weather. but I don't live in that ideal place. I live in another place. So when I'm living here, sometimes I think that it would be best for me if I could live near to that highland area, because it's very nice actually, but not very high.
Okay.
So I would feel very cold, like I would half.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my feelings, my mixed feelings with cold weather and hot weather.
And do you like go to the beach?
Oh, I love it. If I could live there, as I said, I would live there in the beach area. But so far, I still don't have strong plans to move anytime soon. Maybe, hopefully, in the near future, if I keep living and God lets me, I will achieve that dream. Maybe, but. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Let's see what life says, because you can make plans and then you have coronavirus, right?
Yes,
I mean,
coronavirus changed everything.
I mean, it's a situation that you can make all the plans in the world, but you never know if they're gonna happen as you plan them. So for now, it's not on my list. Maybe I'll just go for a visit. We have a plan one of our cousins is going to get married by the beach nearby, the nearest beach that actually we have around here. 4 hours, that's the nearest. 4 or 6 hours. So yeah, that's the nearest I have. And we're gonna stay there for a few days, plus of course attend to the wedding. And of course I hope that nothing is canceled because of this situation. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be living this, but I hope it's by December. So hopefully by December everything's a little bit back to normal.
Yes, until we got a vaccine, I think that this situation don't end.
Yeah, it's one of the things. According to the charts, my husband explained this to me, that in the medicine they have charts, and the charts with these type of virus that are respiratory and very easy to get transmission. Everybody will get infected somehow. In some point of your life, you will get infected. And the only way that you are probably you don't have to worry that you will die if you get it, is because maybe you don't have any disease, previous disease only. I remember I once catch the flu very bad when I was very young, in my early 20s, and it was on Christmas. Imagine that. I was high fever.
Very well.
Oh, horrible. I think I was like, at night, I think I was like, how can I say, having such a dreams, como si delirando. I forgot how to say it in English. Let me check. I need to check that. Raving is that the word. So I was raving for the high fever that I had, and I had an injection.
Oh my God.
I don't know of what. There was a nurse I was not even in my town. I was like in a smaller town, like a village almost, where you only have farmers living there. That's where my grandfather lives. So we were there, and that's what happened. I had to take a shot. I don't know about what. It was an antibiotic. I don't know. But the next day I was a little bit much better. But I could remember that I had very strange dreams. I was not like well rested, of course, and I stayed probably 2 days in bed because of the flu. It was a flu. It was not like a simple cold, right? I don't know. Right back then there was no H1N1 flu, you know. That happened. I think that flu situation pandemic happened in 2009 or 2010 in that year. I don't know if you remember if that happened in your country. Influenza H1N1.
Yes. I remember.
It actually hit very strongly in Mexico. It was a big situation here in Mexico because a lot of people got infected. But I remember that the how can I say, the businesses were not closed. We were not staying inside like right now. And what about your opinions on this? What do you think?
Okay, here, for example, here in Guayaquil is a madness because, like you say, the hospital is saturated.
Oh, oversaturated or saturated? Yeah.
Oversaturated, yes, and that is the principal problem, because some people that is infected, they can treat.
Receive. Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
They don't receive treatment. Is it true that, for example, in the hospitals in Ecuador, they have stopped giving, how can I say, medical service to other illnesses to concentrate only on the COVID-19?
No, they receive all patients.
Mm-hmm. All patients.
Yes. All patients. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because I saw, I mean, and of course, I don't have to believe everything that you see on the internet, but apparently a person was explaining that the situation of why people are dying even in the street, are falling down from the illness. They say sometimes it's not the illness, COVID-19, they're falling in the street for a bit because they didn't receive treatment when they needed, like, for example, dialysis, right?
Yes, exactly. That is the principal problem. Some people who died is not for COVID-19, it's for other reason, but some people say it's for COVID-19, for the situation.
Strange situations are happening with that, like it's not only Mexico or Ecuador, or it's even in the United States that I've seen the news.
Problem here in Ecuador, some people don't get the results of their test, and they don't know if it's COVID-19 or not, but the doctor the treatment is for COVID-19.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that those are the weird things that have been happening around the world. And one logical explanation that I found online, if I could find it and share it with you, it's very insightful, is that the reason they put COVID-19 is because they have to have like some type of average. It has to have like some type of math formula. I don't know what I'm...
Okay.
But that's the reason that at first they put COVID-19, even if it's not. And some doctors don't agree with this. Like the doctor I saw giving their interview, he said this shouldn't happen because this is only escalating numbers and they're not real. They're not real numbers. But they're doing this also because they say, well, there are people that don't have symptoms, so they never come to the hospital. So we are never going to know the real number, because if you don't go to the hospital and you never got your results to see if you had COVID-19, right?
Yes. For example, I have two friends that have a symptoms and no complicated symptoms, but they have. They don't go to the hospital, so they can
They don't know.
have COVID-19, but
They're not sure. Yeah.
yes, they're not sure.
Oh, but are they better now?
Yes.
Mm.
Now they're good.
Oh,
but,
great. Yeah. Okay. And what else should we talk about? What are your plans after coronavirus? Tell me about that.
Okay, I have to return to work definitely because now I'm not working. I would like to graduate as a software developer and work in that area because I don't know, the technology is my passion, and I really I would like to work in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that definitely the best jobs that will be out there are for people who are focused on the technology and software area, and you have a better chance and better earnings. My brother, actually, he's a computer engineer, a systems engineer,
Okay.
but he's not focused on the software. He's focused on the hardware, on the installation
Okay.
of big screens for the businesses and all that. So he's working for a good company that is actually not from Mexico. It's from Belgium, I think.
Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's one of the few companies that are doing these type of jobs for businesses. Of course, right now he's not working because, of course, everything has stopped. But he has a very, very good, how can I say, payment, very good opportunities with this. And he's not even focused in the software. I mean, as long as you're focused in technologies, you have a good job, in my opinion.
Yes, definitely. And I can get, for example, a remote job,
Remote job,
work.
remote work.
Yes, that is so useful because in Ecuador, definitely we are in crisis.
Crisis.
We will have a bad economy because we depend on the petroleum or the oil, and now the price of petroleum is in negative. So we will have a bad economy in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to get a job in another country or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, it's I don't know. As long as you are in that area, I mean, if you want to live in another country, I think it would be, of course, a good experience. Especially if you're going to a country, maybe if you want to focus in English, maybe go to a country that speaks English,
Yes,
right? Yeah, but my brother, actually, he loves Mexico. I mean, it's strange because he was born in the United States when we were living there, and of course he was born there, and he's American. he could be living there, but he doesn't, right? He could be earning probably double what he's earning right now, right, if we change it to dollars. But he loves Mexico. And yeah, that's his love, his logic. I don't know, if I don't have papers, that, imagine I'm the one that maybe wants to leave Mexico and I cannot leave. Yeah, so that's my karma. I was born in Mexico, and I cannot leave and I have to do all the paperwork like anybody else, right? Even if I live there. But definitely, I think that any country that you live, you're gonna be having a good job in that area. Yes. Yes,
I'm now trying to improve my English because it's almost require a skill in all that type of job.
Yeah, definitely English has to be now the main tool for people to have in their life in order to get a good job. That's reality. I mean, we cannot change that. It's the way that we communicate around the world. So even if you're in a country that doesn't speak English, you're going to be able to communicate at some point in English. And
yes, it's like a world language. All people learn English in all countries. For example, in the old airport, you can say the signal in native language and English.
That's right. I think I'm gonna have to leave you because I have another reservation.
Okay.
I hope today was helpful for you.
Yes. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye.